today is to encourage you to share and engage through social and digital marketing media in a way that will drive your businesses and connections and innovation in the marketplace.
We are in a digital revolution. We're in the midst of that revolution, and things are changing at such a rapid pace.
We are in a marketplace today where this concept of branding is really no longer an abstraction. It is a reality. And smart people, teams, and organizations are spending time, and they are taking the time to be very thoughtful about their brand. Your brand is your currency, and if that is in fact the case, then the bigger question is, what is in fact our brand? When we look at the amount of time that it has taken to reach 50 million homes, it took television 13 years to get there. It took the internet 3 years. It took Facebook 1 year, and it took Twitter 9 months to be in 50 million homes. Now, I don't know if that's crazy nuts to you, but that's pretty crazy nuts to me.
We basically had a cool little visual June 21st, the longest day of the year. 3 years ago, we rolled out a promotion, did $3,700 in 1 day. Then the next year we came back and spent $78 on Twitter and Facebook, jumped it to $10,000. We don't have, of course, we've moved up in the pecking order, so we don't have $21 seats we can do on June 21st. But it was, we were smart. We targeted the specific audience, and the beauty of it is we know. If we put an ad out on some media, we have no idea how many people see it. We know how many clicks, how many people bought, and it was just on 1 day.
A lot of times, people will try to contain social media when they have a crisis in the workplace, right? So you have a crisis, something happens, somebody, an employee dies on the job, or there's a fire, or something happens. And employers want to try to say to their employees, you can't go talk to the media, you can't talk to the media, you can't post on the internet, you can't do these kinds of things. You have to be careful about that because the National Labor Relations Board says you may be interfering with somebody's protected conservative rights.
The other thing that you have to look at, and this gets into the content curation part, what other stuff do you have out there? Do you have brochures? Do you have pamphlets? Do you have catalogs? If any of that kind of stuff. It's all got to be consistent across the board, because you don't want conflicting messages going out. You don't want a conflicting look. You don't want conflicting messages.
So every story must be authentic. If it feels staged, if it feels manipulated, if it isn't authentic, the marketplace will smell it in an instant. And if it's anything like me, I completely disengage from you. I will stop following you, I will unlike your page, I will not pay attention to you. If your story doesn't feel authentic and true to its word, then it isn't a good story. Our stories have to be real, and the most real stories that we have to tell are our own stories. Where we came from, how we ended up here, why we do this thing that we do. Those are stories that sell, and that's when people want to do business with us.
User-generated content is some of my favorite content because you're getting content from people who are providing you with pictures and posts and stories, and you're not having to do any of it. It is completely free.
If your customer is all about your brand, that relationship they have with you, then by default, taking care of your brand has to be your priority. That has to be what drives your business culture, your organizational culture. If you can get everyone rallied around that idea, this whole separation between marketing and ops starts to fade away. And you're all pulling on the same end of the rope because you're all about your customer and your brand now.
It's been a great experience because we have also had an opportunity to connect and network with many of our other fellow marketing and IT and social media colleagues that are out there, and it's been really great to learn things from them.
It's been very informative. We've learned a lot of different things. In particular, I've attended a few other seminars like this about social media, but I'm finding this is particularly of interest with lots of new ideas and lots of things happening.